everyone! I'm Sarah.
And I'm Madison.
And we are the Most Sisters! So today we have a very everyday makeup tutorial for you guys. This is the makeup that we wear, this is what I wear every day to class, if I wear makeup.
Yeah, this is the makeup I wear pretty much every single day. It's super quick, it's really easy to recreate, and we're really hoping that this video inspires you to try and recreate our makeup looks for your everyday routine.
Most of the products are drugstore, so it's a super affordable everyday makeup routine, and this was super fun to make.
It was so fun. We decided to film ourselves doing our makeup separately this time just because we thought that it would give you guys a little bit of a closer view of what we were actually doing and the techniques we were using. So we hope that you enjoy that.
Also, let us know what you think about the separate filming. I think it's better because you get a better shot of each makeup tutorial.
Also, comment below if you do recreate our looks, and we would love to see it on your Instagram or something like that.
We just created our Instagram for our channel. It's The Most Gals.
Make sure to follow.
Yeah, and tag us in your pictures if you do recreate any of these looks, or just tag us in your everyday makeup look so that we can be inspired by it. Now let's get on with the video. I have already moisturized my face. That's a very important step in my everyday look. I always do that. And then I'm going in with this Magic Lumi Primer. I just rub it between my fingers and put it all over my face. I'm going in with this L'Oreal Magic Nude Liquid Powder Foundation. This is such a good natural foundation for an everyday look. It's super liquidy and very natural. So I just pour a little on my hand, and then I take this Real Techniques brush and I just go in.
Well, I am not the same. I'm lucky to be here with you. This feels right, feels so bright, bright. All the world somehow starts.
So I just take whatever's left on my hand, and then I will just blend that down my neck to make sure that everything is blended. So this foundation just starts me off with a little bit of light coverage on the face, and then I go in and fix everything with concealer and just brighten everything up. I think the most important part of my everyday look is I focus a lot on the skin, and then I leave the eyes super minimal, and that just creates just this glowing, perfect, just woke up, natural look that I love. So I'm going in with the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. This is my Ride or Die. I love this concealer.
Feels right, feels so bright, bright. All the world.
And then to blend that all out, I go in with just the normal pink beauty blender, and I just start tapping it into the skin, and this is just a super quick process.
Life is rosy, beautiful, yeah, it's so wonderful. Oh darling, don't you know that life is rosy, beautiful, yeah, it's so wonderful. Oh darling, don't you know that life is rosy, hey.
I do not bake on an everyday basis. I just go in with this RCMA No Color Powder, and I pour it right into my hand, and I just take a little powder brush. This one is from e.l.f., I think, and I just basically set my whole face just to make sure that I'm good to go for the whole day, because typically I will leave my dorm room in the morning. Well, honestly, some days at 7:30. And then I'm out until 5:30, and then I come back, typically do some homework, and then I have more nightly activities. So whatever I do in the morning is what needs to last me all day. So it's super important that I go in and set the makeup, especially the concealer, right away, so that I don't crease or get smile lines, because that's very common for me to get smile lines or wrinkles right here, because I'm always Then I keep going in with the face. I'm taking the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit and this Vanity Planet. I think this is honestly just a face brush, complexion brush. And so I just swirl around a little in there tap off the excess. And I don't really contour. I'm just adding a little bit of color to my face. Just warm it up to make myself look a little more alive.
You are the icing on my cake. You are the smile I can't replace. You are the way you smile, the way you laugh, the way I can't help but catch your.
Once the bronzer is done, I go in with this Master Contour Palette by Maybelline, and I'm just taking the blush color. And this blush is really pretty. It's not super pigmented, which is what I like on an everyday basis. And it's got some like really light shimmer in it. So I really love that for an everyday look, because then I skip out on the highlighter and I just do the blush and it's really pretty.
You are the minutes of my time, your inspiration to this rhyme. You are you.
I don't want to go in too close to my nose, because then you're just going to look red, and we used concealer to cancel out the redness. So this coming in right here on the side of my face just looks really natural. And then I'm going in again with this shimmery blush. And so I'm just placing the product first and then blending upwards in a circular motion. A little on like my nose right there, and then a little on the center of my forehead, just to make sure that there's balance throughout the whole face, so that if there's no one part that looks like blushy or nothing. This is what creates that really everyday natural look. So the face is done now. And I'm moving on to the eyebrows. I'm also just taking this Maybelline Brow Drama. There are 3 different like shades in here. There's a highlight, a powder, and a gel. I'm going with the gel. There's not really a whole lot I do with my brows. I just kind of fill in the sparse areas and try and make this shape in here symmetrical with each other.
This song just says one thing: I love you. That's what I'm telling you. Oh, and there's no irony, because I see what I mean.
So that is, I'm like almost done. And then typically, if I'm feeling bold, I will take this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil, and I run this just in my upper waterline, my tight line, to make my lash line look fuller, and this just adds a little bit of definition to my eyes without like seeing that I have on eyeliner. And typically I will take like a tissue and get anything that I got down on these corners and just clean that up. To finish off my eyes, this is the Colossal Big Shot by Maybelline. I've really been loving this because it takes like 2 seconds to apply, because it adds like so much drama with like a little bit. I moisturize my lips because my lips get super dry throughout the day. And then I like to add like a little bit of color to my lips. This like really completes the look and makes it look so like pretty, fresh, spring, natural. And I just take a little bit of this Jordana eyeliner, or lip liner, and I just go really lightly.
My knees when you say hello, how are you, my darling? Today I fall into a pile on the floor.
This is my completed everyday makeup look. I think it's really like fresh and perfect for class and for all your daily activities that you're going through, and even for work, because it's not too much but you still look super put together and the skin is like glowing and perfect.
So I already moisturized my skin, but I'm going to show you guys what I used to moisturize. Today I used the Aveeno Positively Radiant Moisturizer. I really like this as an everyday moisturizer just because it does have SPF in it, which ultimately will protect your skin from the sun, so that's really important. But I do like to switch up my moisturizer, so I don't use this every single day, but I am using it every day right now. I am going to be starting with the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Glow, and I know that Everyone has been talking about this foundation since it first hit the drugstore in around January, and I picked it up. I was a huge fan of the Pro Matte, and so when they came out with a Pro Glow, I had to try it because I typically do prefer more glowy foundations. So I'm just going to be rubbing this in. I'm going to get my mirror up.
Darling, today I fall into a pile on the floor. Puppy love is hard to ignore. When every little thing you do, I do adore. Every little thing, ba-ba.
Okay, so now that that's all rubbed in, I am going to now go in with my NYX HD Correct and Conceal, and I like to just take the, oh, I just dropped the wand. Thanks, sis. Okay, anyway, I'm going in with my NYX Studio HD Correct and Conceal, and this is a great drugstore concealer.
Lights my heart on fire. When you're near, I hide my blushing face and trip on my shoelaces. Grace just isn't my forte, but it brings me to my knees when you say hello, how are you?
And I just go in and pat out my under eye.
On the floor, puppy love is hard to ignore. When every little thing you do, I do adore. We're as different as can be. I've noticed you're remarkably relaxed, and I'm open.
So next that I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to go in with some of my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I just pick that up onto my sponge and just tap it below my under eye. I just go in with this e.l.f. It's just an angled blush brush, but because I'm wearing this makeup all day, I want to make sure that all of my liquid products stay in place. So I just rub this over my whole face.
Hard to ignore. When every little thing you do, I do adore. Finding words I mutter, tongue-tied, twisted.
And then what I do is I just pick up just a little bit extra powder onto my Real Technique sponge. I go back in under my under eye and I just dab a little bit under there, and I'm going to let that sit while I put on the rest of my powder products. So next that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to just be lightly filling in my eyebrows, and my eyebrow pencil is literally just down to barely anything, so I need to get a new one. But I love it, this pencil specifically. It is the Rimmel, it's just like a Rimmel eyebrow pencil, but I think that it works really well with my skin tone. And having red hair, the color of it is just perfect for my color hair. It looks really natural.
Flowers start to bloom in every different hue from by.
So now what I do is I just take this fluffy blending brush and I go into my Tartelette Bloom, and I start with the shade Flower Child, and I just rub that all over my entire eyelid.
With you, this feels right.
So next what I do is I just take this flat eyeshadow brush and I take my Urban Decay eyeshadow in Midnight Cowboy. This was just one of the little gifts that I got one time at Ulta. And I just take that and I blend it out all along my lid. Then what I do is I'm just going to take my Marc Jacobs eyeliner and I like to put it in my upper waterline.
Can you tell I'm wrapped up in your spell? Yeah, it's all good and well. I think I realize this feels right, feels so bright, bright.
So a little trick that I like like to do when I'm doing my makeup every day is I like to kind of do my mascara in different rounds. I think that it just gives your eyelashes a little bit more definition when you let the mascara completely dry in between.
Life is rosy, beautiful, yeah, it's so wonderful. Oh,
Okay, so next I'm going to be taking my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer in the shade Medium Deep and just creating a little slight contour.
hey, look in my heart. I think it's the start of something new.
And then I go in with this NYX Baked Blush and Illuminating Bronzer, but it's more of just a blush. And I use this blush every single day. I just like to put that on the apples of my cheeks and then rub it all along where I put my bronzer. And next, I like to highlight. So what I recently discovered is Maybelline came out with these new single eyeshadows, and here you go, I'll show that later though. I got the shade 40S in Nude Glow, and you guys, this seriously creates the most beautiful highlighter ever. So I just take this little Real Techniques brush. I think that this is more of like a concealer brush, but I use it for highlighter sometimes, and I just go all along my upper cheekbone.
You are the icing on my cake. You are the smile I can't replace. You
So we're
are.
almost finished here. Now what I like to do is go back in with my mascara, and this will be the final coat.
Your joy. Metaphorically, this song just says.
Really nice curl. It really just helps to make your lashes look full. It does hold them all day, at least for my eyelashes it does. So I love this mascara.
So my last step of my everyday makeup tutorial are my lips. I use this Jordana lip liner in the shade Tawny. This has been a product I've been using for years and I absolutely love it. And then I take one of these, I think this is a Maybelline, yeah, Maybelline lipstick in the shade Nude Lust. So I love this lip combo that I do.
Metaphorically, this song just says one thing. I love you. That's what I'm telling you. Oh, and there's no irony because I say what I mean. I love you.
Okay, so here is my everyday makeup routine.
Hey guys, so those are our everyday makeup looks.
We hope that you enjoyed seeing what we like to do before we head to class and the makeup that we wear that will stick with you all day and that is appropriate for every single occasion.
So make sure before you leave to subscribe.
Subscribe.
And like the video.
Bye!